Hi everyone, welcome back after a week layoff or so. Today's Friday, December the 2nd, and I'm over at the tennis complex again, and a lot of tennis court construction activities taking place since the last time we've spoken. Just real briefly, we can see the perimeters of both courts 1, 2, and 3, and 4 have been laid out. Some of the material behind me you can see are things like the irrigation conduit, the plastic. Essentially what happens is that there's an initial grading, initial final grading that takes place, and then the irrigation components are added above a layer of plastic, and then finally above the irrigation then is a real fine gravel or crushed gravel, which is what this stuff is right here. Once that's in, we'll go ahead and get the tennis court lights on the interior of the fence put in, and then the final hardship surface will be brought in and compacted. But while all that's going on, of course, exterior fencing can be put in, and outside of the tennis courts, the final 6 or 7 parking lot lights have been put in. So all of these are LED lights that have been installed on this side of the property. And I'll just slide this way here and point out most of the interior finish work on the 3 buildings, the 3 structures are finalizing. We're waiting on some braces to support the overhangs on these buildings, which is why this finished tile has not been laid yet. So right now this site is trending towards late December or early January wrapping up and completing, probably looking at just after the first of the year. So we're holding to that schedule for now. Hopefully we hold tight. Let's head over to the wellness building and see what's happening over there. Now I'm in front of the wellness center. Just a couple of things to point out before we go inside. The sidewalks have been laid here. An 8-foot wide sidewalk entering into the fitness facility has been put in. Final grading's taking place outside, irrigation's in. We'll be putting landscaping in beginning the first of next week with trees, bushes and plants, and then wrapping things up with sod. Let's go ahead and head inside and see what's happened inside the wellness center since the last time we visited. Come on. Okay, now inside the wellness center reception area. Just before we take a tour here, point out our technology people are here today working on the wiring. They've been here for several days, in fact, working on the wiring for the rack system. So here's one rack system here, there's another rack system up above. This is going to control anything from audio, video, to the Savant system, to televisions and microphone systems, and all the technology, the cameras, the door access, key fob cards, all of that will be controlled through this package in here. So as we walk around, it sort of looks like a mess in here, but really most things are just covered up. Right now, the reason why is that final paint is taking place, and you'll see the painters around as we go through here. One coat of paint had already been put down, but now we're going through with final coat of paint and some trim work. So everything's been covered up from the cabinetry to the flooring. Let's head into the wellness fitness room and let's check that out next. Okay, I'm standing inside the fitness room now. Again, there's some areas that are covered, but you can see over here to my left, some of the rubber flooring that's been put down. Final paint's going in. You can see the soffits. We brightened the soffits up with some beautiful red color, which will tie into a mural that will be placed on this wall once the building's turned over to us, and we have interior design come in and finish things off. One last component that needs to be installed in this room, you have to finalize it up. Finalize the room with some mirrors, and 7-foot mirrors down this wall here. And this little patch hole here is for our Savant system for the control system for technology. So let's head off to the group fitness room, the Yoga Pilates fitness room, and check it out. Okay, so now I'm in the group fitness room, the Yoga Pilates spin room, group classes room. Really what's happening here again is final paint, mirrors are up, the floor's been covered, but I do want to show you the floor, how beautiful the floor is. This is a bamboo floor, so you can get an idea, a sense of what the floor looks like. Ladies, one thing we need to point out is no high heels. No high heels in this room. We're going to leave the little rings all over the floor. This room is going to be absolutely beautiful when it's complete. We are in the home stretch. Let's check out the next room. Okay, next we're in the conference room, the meeting room. Again, everything's been covered with paper and plastic. Everything's covered for final paint. Final paint again will wrap up. If not today, certainly the first part of next week, final paint will be complete. Again, I just like to point out, below this paper is carpet. This is one carpet square of the carpet below the paper. So let's head off to the next room, restroom facilities and locker rooms. Okay, again, I'm in the men's restroom, locker room area. Again, everything's been kind of covered with paper and stuff to protect it. But again, preparing for final paint in this room. And door handles and door fixtures, of course. We'll head to the ladies' side. And we do have, again, working here being done with final paint in this room as well. And once final paint is complete, we'll be doing a massive cleanup, getting the paper out of here, things uncovered, dusting, cleaning windows, vacuuming floors, mopping the floors, and getting the building ready for final punch out. We're all done in the Wellness Center. We're gonna head over to the portico and see what activity is taking place over there. Okay, very quickly, we're in front of the portico. The only news here is that we are waiting for the final design approval for fire suppression. The top of work can't be finished until fire suppression is obviously extended out from the building. So once that fire suppression is approved, which we're expecting Monday or Tuesday of next week, then we can begin finishing up the suppression and soffits and finish out this portico. Expected date of completion is late December or the 1st of January. Finally, let's head over to the Four Seasons room and see what progress is taking place over there. Okay, this is the last stop of the day. This is the Four Seasons room. You can see right now the window framing has come in, so that's what's being installed right now. The men behind me are installing the last window frame. Once window frame's in, we're going to get dangerously close to ready to blow this window out through here. And this middle center column here also goes, so that'll be a noisy afternoon when that column's removed. But once we blow those out, seal in this room, and we'll be in the home stretch hopefully for this building as well. So timeline for this building, we're probably at least 5 to 6 weeks away from completion, so we're targeting middle of January. So that's it for now. Be well, happy holidays, hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and we'll chat next week.